Omnath.
Omnath?
4-color Omnath.
Oh, remember 4-color Omnath?
Yeah, I do. I played up the Beanstalk, though. And Fury.
Damn. I remember 4-color Omnath with Yorion. That's what I remember. Good old Omnath. And this is...
Unfortunately, there's no Kahira in here, but there is an Elish Norn.
Jamie is on Goryos. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Is Planar Genesis Modern Horizons 3? Is it that blue-green spell?
Yes. Alright, so these players are 3-2. And this is going to be a win and in.
Well, no Final Fantasy cards here.
So sad.
It is. But, as I was saying, when we approach top 8, I think there's only going to be 6 Final Fantasy cards in the top 8. So they're both 3-2. They're playing for top 8.
I believe Mark is actually 4-1. So he might be locked in anyway.
So to me, they both should be playing in order to have a chance, right?
Mark is at 4-1, yeah, and then
seventh.
Jamie's at 3-2.
Yeah, so they are playing for essentially top 8.
Yeah.
So Jamie's playing for a chance at top 8, and then Mark is playing to keep his
Playing
position
for the
for top
win,
8.
yeah.
Yeah.
So certain winning in for Mark, possible winning in for Jamie.
Yeah. Well, you gotta play.
You gotta. Especially when you have a pair down, it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a pair in history where you can both draw. And
No,
come out.
it's very rare where it's beneficial for both players to draw.
Yeah. Like, of course, Mark would love a draw.
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
Jamie ain't fucking draw.
No. Mark drew the short stick out of the 12 pointers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, where are all these cool playmats coming from, and how come I don't have any?
oh, like this one?
Yes.
This sick ass Atraxa? Or no,
Yeah.
is that Traxa?
It looks
I
more
guess.
Traxa than it does Elish Norn, but it could be
Yeah.
both.
But yeah, MagicCon Philly looks like from 2023.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's about when Phyrexia All Over
Yeah.
One came out.
There seems to be a double mulligan from the Goryos player.
Down to 4?
Is it 4 or 5?
It's down to 4.
Oh, down to 4.
Roll the 4.
Hey man,
Ooh,
it
on
tracks
the
to draw 7, so. Attract to
He
draw
only
7,
needs
Grizzle
3
Band draw
cards to
7.
win.
Yeah.
Surveillant.
Yeah.
He only needs 2 cards. Surveillant, Atraxa.
And if both players know
Goryos.
what they're doing, the best play here is Renin 6, and with no fetch to trigger. It's like, yeah. Give me a Surveillant, give me a Goryos, baby.
Yeah.
Bin
Let's see
Atraxa,
it.
untap, draw Goryos. Here you go.
We're back.
One
We're back
card
here.
combo. One card combo.
Yeah, just mulligan really aggressively. I need to see this this stupid this 4C list.
This Omnath
Yeah,
player.
four stock up.
This
yeah.
Omnath player doesn't like Boros. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
4 Solitude, Wrath the Skies, Orm's Chant main deck.
One Orange Chant just for funsies.
Yeah.
3 more on the side for
Planar
good measure.
Genesis, Teferi Time Raveler.
Yeah, I mean it's the regular. It's the team you know and love.
Yeah.
But yeah, 4 Wrath certainly shows that they don't
So
like.
it was not the absolute hit that we wanted, but it was a
No.
prismatic ending on the
Prismatic
Renin
ending, not
6,
bad.
followed up by Wooded Foothills on very timely.
perfect timing.
Very timely. Yeah.
Thanks Foothills. Glad to
Yeah.
have you here.
Oh, not a
Archaeologist.
frog, but it's an archaeologist. Yeah. So let's see what he can mill off the top here.
Yeah. Oh, unless does Mark even play any counter spells? Okay,
No,
I
but
saw
there is an
any.
endurance.
Okay.
I think he's just thinking about when he can actually technically respond.
Yes.
And answer is never. once a trigger is on the stack and it starts resolving, you can't interrupt the resolution of that trigger.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
you can't like endurance one of the cards that Jamie's trying to get your way.
Exactly. So
it's locked in.
So Jamie's going for the resource attrition based situation.
Another ending.
And choosing prismatic ending over a force of negation, which I think is correct. Like just let whatever resolve. It's fine.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, also, it's not really clear what Mark is on right now. Like, he's revealed Thundering Falls Forest.
I think the Ren and 6 just gave him flashbacks from 12 months ago, and that's pretty much where we're at. If I see Thundering Falls Forest and Ren and 6 no tick up, I'm like, you're a crazy man, and you're on Omnath. I wouldn't even think twice about anything else because you're not. So it's Cascade colors, but you're not cascading into Ren, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not prowess because you're playing this.
Yeah.
So, like, what are we doing here?
And there goes Flage in the yard. So
It's just, we're past this. He's got basic forest Flage in the graveyard, boys.
Yeah.
Like, we're not even thinking about this anymore.
Yeah. I guess the mystery is dead, huh?
Yeah.
At least he should figure it out by now. So, hilariously enough, Elish Norn pretty good in this matchup, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
If Mark can.
Hey man, he's only 1 mana away.
I guess so. That's just 5 mana. Huh?
Yeah.
Damn. It's pretty aggressively costed, to be honest.
Now it's also interesting. It's also interesting the removal suite that he chose.
Do you know all the text on Omnath?
Yes.
Because Mark better because he got the textless one.
Yeah. So ETB draw a card.
Yeah.
Landfall. If it's the first trigger that this is resolved this turn, you gain 4. If it's the second trigger that's resolved this turn, it's add 4.
Yeah. You get
except
the
black.
mana.
Yeah. And then if it's the third trigger that's resolved this turn, it is deal 4 to all creatures and planeswalkers your opponents control.
Correct.
Sorry, planeswalkers and players.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
not
planeswalker
creatures,
players, not creatures.
Planeswalkers and players.
Yeah.
It doesn't board wipe, but it does. I mean, I've died to the 4 damage a couple times, so it's really not flavor text.
Yeah, so that's where we're at when it comes to the situation right now.
Yeah.
Let's see how. Well, let's put it this way: Jamie can't let that card stay without him doing something respectively equally as powerful.
Yeah.
Like next turn, he's gonna have access to 9 mana, and then gloves are off.
Yes.
Like we won't be able to actually do anything specifically to like combat the board state, because I don't even think a Goryos with an Ephemerate can change what Mark is capable of doing next turn.
Yeah, things go really south for Jamie really quickly.
Well, we have a Goryos Vengeance though.
But do we have another land? Nope. And I don't think we've seen anything juicy in the graveyard yet.
No.
Here comes Triumph.
So the massive power is not there, but we did recover our life total.
Hooray. Block. Yeah.
Sure.
You recover those archaeologists. They've done their job.
Yeah.
All right. Now or never. Do you have... No. Just land pass. Okay. Okay.
So we have Shadowy Backstreet and Undercity Sewers. Is there a Meticulous Archive in the Reanimator deck?
There's the Elish Norn.
There is a Meticulous Archive.
Yeah.
Well, here we are. This is
Norn.
it. It's now or never. I think you have to surveil and see if the Goryos actually hits.
No,
Priorities
that's
passed.
Just
that's it.
Swing it in for 4.
How?
So now I'm not sure how he wins. Solji does nothing. Force does nothing. Grizzlebrand has text, but if you don't follow it up with some, so like the line is to what? Get Frog in play, get Grizzlebrand in play.
It's
draw
over.
A bunch of cards.
I think it's actually just over.
Like, I mean, I don't want to say it's over.
He doesn't have he doesn't have 5 colors to remove it.
No.
He only plays 1 Hedge Maze, so that's potentially what he just found there. Yes, it was Hedge Maze.
Yeah.
And then we have Tainted Indulgence.
Draw
and he doesn't run the Final Fantasy card that actually exiles a creature from the graveyard to make it be able to have a... Because that's not an ETB effect.
Right,
yeah.
Right, yes, the demon guy.
I think that's it.
Game. Jamie's going to keep trucking along, though. All right,
Yeah.
Here comes ending for 5.
For 4,
sorry.
Yeah.
For 4
Yeah.
on the Omnath.
Yeah.
I know, I was like, what are we playing?
The old white, blue, black, green.
No, there's no combination.
But yeah, missing red in this list, huh?
Wow, Mark's also not been able to fetch either, which is sort of weird. He just bins them.
Yeah, and he has 2 surveillance here, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's fun. Alright, well, that one's gonna stay. Attack for 4.
3-turn clock.
I mean, I'm curious to see if Jamie can find a way out of this. Like, I do believe he's hooped. Because, I mean, even just like hard cast Atraxa as like a big beater, Mark has Solitude. He's like double Solitude triggers, right? Like, how do you?
Yeah, one Solitude from Mark's side is 100% lights out.
Right? It's got to be. But there's Discharge. Mark gonna try to speed up the clock by just clearing the way. Another
And
Discharge?
he's doing it just to gain energy.
Energy Ritual, sure.
He has Wrath the Skies.
Okay, he's charging up Wrath for some reason.
Yeah. I don't know what the reasoning would specifically be.
Just casting, sometimes it's fun to take game action. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, untaps, draws, just, he's got too many cards in hand. There's Arena of Glory. Oh, maybe he's filling up for Flage. Yeah, he's got, okay.
We forgot about that one, didn't we? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Here, I'll
He
double
surveilled the
helix you
Flage.
and attack.
Yeah, triple Helix.
Yeah.
Now here,
Yeah.
because double ETB and then
Yeah.
again on the attacks it has haste.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You are dead, sir. Response?
Is there a
Down to
consign here or
3?
something? No? All right.
Okay, so what is it? Look for Atraxa, reanimate it, and then block? Gain a bunch of life? I mean, look.
I think he was dead to the Flage trigger on the stack. You had to find consign, and then block.
I don't even know if he had enough mana to even do.
No,
all
I don't
that,
think so.
So
Yeah.
so yeah,
I think Elish Norn is being Big Mommy telling Atraxa, get back in your playhouse. Yeah.
go home. I do think that there are lines for Jamie to win that game. It's of course incredibly harder with.
I just
Elsorn
don't
in
think
play.
there was.
But I think if he can get Atraxa into play, and maybe Mark doesn't find a Solitude, like a big flying, lifelinking, burst striking, guy, right? Or like the instant speed Goryos to like block and then kill the Elsorn in combat, and then that opens up the.
So you needed
door to, like, the next
Goryos
Atraxa?
and then the Ephemerate just to stick it around.
Yes.
And then you needed to draw, rip, and your opponent to play back. Yeah, I just don't see it. Yeah.
It's a lot,
like,
but
yeah,
I mean,
it's
it
like,
could happen.
I just think that there are some decks that concede to some cards, and I think Elish Norn just might be one of them.
Maybe.
Elish Norn would
Maybe.
be crazy against Amulet Titan right now, too.
Oh, yeah.
Just does not. Yeah, that deck, I don't know how that deck wins.
Probably does.
How do you kill a 4/7?
I don't know.
I just don't see
It's also funny because it stops the weird Lotus Field lines as well
Yes.
from them because they can't sack shit.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, you can have the Lotus Field. You can have 3 mana. Go for it.
Your Aftermath Analyst doesn't do anything either.
No, it won't mail, and you'll have nothing left in the yard to reanimate once you do it once.
Yeah, you'll never bounce the Teleria West into your hand.
No. Yeah, can't bounce anything.
Your amulets never trigger.
No. Yeah, Analyst doesn't do anything. Yeah, card slam dunks. Very good.
I remember when there was Bring to Light versions of this deck.
Yes.
And they were running Elish Norn.
And they'd bring to light into Elishnorn. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun line.
How do we sideboard? Dear God, how do we sideboard?
If I'm Goryos, so I mean, the weird part is that you got to bring in Mystical Dispute, right? You got to bring in Dispute, and I guess you have to bring in Solitude, even though it doesn't kill Norn.
So
you don't have any cards against Norn, actually.
So on the Goryo side, we have 1 Solitude, 2 Surgical, 2 Stony, 2 Wrath the Skies,
4 spell snare.
Yeah, just in case.
I don't know the reasoning behind this, but I like it. We have 2 mystical speed and 2 pest control.
Look, Jamie lost to prowess core steel cutter too many times. So he's like, fuck it, 4 spell snare.
4 spell snare.
Yeah.
No more
The
slick
only
shots,
way.
no
No.
more core steel cutters.
No.
Yeah.
Put him in the bin.
So,
But not
it
really.
has to be Solitude and 2 surgicals, and
Yeah.
then 2 disputes.
Yeah.
And then
right?
what do you just
I don't think that Wrath Disguise for 5 is a reasonable line, right? Surely you can't bring those in.
Is Prismatic Ending still worth keeping?
It deals with Renin 6, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think you keep the...
And the cute 4-mana for Omnath. Like,
Okay, so we have 2 spots for disputes, and then like what? 1 Solitude, 1 surgical, and just hope it works?
I think maybe trim on the consigns. Because what does it do against them, really, right? Like nothing.
It's just also another way for you to
like,
keep your tracks up.
Yeah.
On the opposite side, it's bad. We have extra endurances.
Yeah.
And then just Orm's Chance.
Yeah. And consigns, right? Because like consign is good against the deck as well. We just counter the attracts the ETB and they get nothing.
Yeah. So if you Goryos, right? And then in response your opponent plays Orm's Chant, you can never ephemerate or consign it back.
No. You get your 5 cards, whatever it is.
Yeah, and that's
then
it.
your turn's over.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
And you can pay the kicker so it doesn't even attack.
No. So yeah, Chant very good.
Oh, so is Chant better or is Consign better from the 4-color perspective? I don't know the answer to this, but
I want to believe that on average,
I'm still just surprised that you kissed Kaylee last time.
Orm's is probably better because there are Consign stopping the 5 cards obviously very strong.
Yeah.
But if they have like Ephemerate in hand anyway, then you're fucked. Right?
So
Chant at least, stops everything all in one go. So and you have a lot of health from Omnath anyway.
Yes. So I have 4 Galvanic Discharge and 4 Wrath Disguise. You just side them both out and side all 7 of those in.
Yup. That seems like an easy swap to me.
and then you have 2 bonus endurance over like.
Yeah.
Is this going to 4-color? Is 4-color going to top 8?
I think so.
This is crazy.
We're back.
Okay, so he's discarded Galvanic Discharge off of the Surveil.
So already didn't side him out.
All right, so he didn't side him out. Okay.
Does he believe he can get enough energy to like zap an attract though? Like, I don't know.
There are Psychic Frogs. I sort of understand this to some degree.
Frogs.
But like not to the degree in which that like you need to be able to do this in a timely fashion. Like it's not an effective piece of removal.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's
especially in this kind of list, right? Where
look at this situation.
Yeah.
Like
in energy, right? You kind of play chicken where you're like I'm gonna target frog with a discharge, right?
Yeah.
And then your opponent has to think, okay, how many cards do I want to commit to save this frog?
Yes.
Right? I gotta discard 3 cards to save it.
Yeah.
But then Bro's just be like, okay, after that, Static Prison. Yeah. And you're like, fuck, well, I just like triple mind arm myself, right?
So we already played a slight game of chicken here. It's like we had a Psychic Frog, but we have a Solitude to answer respectively.
Right. So I don't like discharging this because you can't do that kind of fake out against the frog.
So now we have another frog. Yeah. Like
frog again.
Like to me this is sort of like the weird situation where it's like if we just had not Galvanic Discharge in our list, like we potentially could have had another potential like good spell.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the Goryos deck, ever since their implementation of Psychic Frog, has like given this deck an access that like goes under the radar for a lot of people. It's like
totally.
Yeah.
Is that it's both a combo enabler and just like a threat in itself.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Where like this is like a classic scenario where you bring in your sideboard card, you're like, I'm gonna play Rest in Peace.
Yeah.
And then they can't win.
Yeah.
Then they play Frog and they just kill you with it anyway, and they don't care about the graveyard.
Well, it's just like this is why I think like Psychic Frog is just beyond insane. It's like look at the situation we have. It's a game of chicken. Well, I'm not going to run this into your counterspell. Blah blah blah. Draw a card. Mm-hmm. The deck has seen play in Reanimator, Oculus decks, basic Fraud type decks. We've seen it in Zoo decks, just not today.
Yeah.
But this card has Ketramos decks, black-white based decks. Like the fact that Frog and Consign are so powerful in this metagame, like I feel like the card is dramatically underrepresented. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're going to see a Boros deck splash Psychic Frog anytime soon.
That's a little that's a little heavy.
But look at this situation.
Yeah,
here
but
we are.
If you're
Jamie's
in black
responding.
or blue or both, like it's hard to.
There we go. Here's the endurance.
But yeah, it's hard to think.
Real question. He's exiled. Yes, I was thinking.
Out,
I was thinking that is potentially what you're supposed to do.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because there's more dead draws in that pile
Yes.
than live ones.
Yes.
So you might as well just get rid of
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. Heads up play from Jamie there.
Right? Because like, on one hand you're thinking, oh, tracks goes back in, I can draw it again, discard it again.
Yeah.
But like,
but the other two fetches are just, and the other Psychic Frog is
straight
just
up
dead.
Oh, no, never
okay,
mind.
so he
Okay,
didn't.
he was confused. He
Okay.
thought that Endurance exiled.
So he is taking the one card. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I think it might have only been 2 cards in the graveyard anyway.
Now he's
so-
going to Surgical the Solitudes.
Yeah.
I think this is huge.
Me too. I think this is massive.
I think this is crazy huge. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh! Whoa. That was scary.
Yeah.
That was a little close.
Yeah, that was a mind rot almost for 2 life. Yeah.
Good thing Solitude to be cast for free, huh? Also, very funny from Mark for being like, well, I might as well pitch
So
to
this
itself.
Surgical still should resolve.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we have stock up Ren and 6. All right. We're playing the long game.
A classic value pile
Yeah.
right there. If
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen a valuer pile than stock up Ren 6.
I don't even know what you play next turn. It's so good. Probably stock up.
Probably stock. Look,
Oh,
there's,
you don't have no blue.
there's no. Oh, I guess you're stuck then.
Yeah.
With no fetch in the yard. So
Yeah.
I mean, Ren 6 looks kind of bad.
Yeah.
All right, so
So it's all bad.
bad news is you lost your frog. Good news is no more Solitudes.
Yeah.
So I mean, you gotta, I guess, take the wins with the L's.
Flahi could be very effective here.
1, 2, 3. Oh.
Yeah, you take Tainted.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Oh, he's looking at
Force. Okay.
He's gonna respond in kind to the Ren and 6 or the.
I guess he's like, yeah,
I
whatever
think
you
Tainted
play.
Indulgence enables you better, but like
Yes.
Force disrupts your opponent better. But it's like, do you really care about Ren?
No.
Like, do you think you can't like win in
But
4
do you
turns?
care about stock up?
No.
Really?
I don't.
Because I can understand, yeah, like you're not forcing Ren. But if he rips Blue Source and plays stock up, I'm maybe interested in forcing stock up. Right? Because then he just has like basically nothing. Yeah, so yeah, just lets Ren resolve. He's like, I don't care about this thing. But, I mean, Tan Indulgence, very enticing.
Yeah.
Very enticing.
So if we have a Goryos here, we have a Grizzlebrand coming.
Yeah. Land, 2 mana. Goryos is 2 mana. Heyo!
Yeah, there we go.
And response from Mark, did he top deck something good? Nope.
I would swing at Ren here.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's still many turns of the game
Yeah.
to go, but you
Yeah.
might as well just take out Ren.
Yeah, I would,
Yeah,
yeah.
point it right at that guy. I mean, you still gain 7 life, so.
Now let's draw. Let's
Yeah,
do the
it's
first
time
draw
to draw.
here, Jamie. Let's
Look,
go.
Let's find an Ephemerate.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark's just like, actually, I think I'm dead. Mark's scooping it up.
All right, so 1-1.
Oh yeah, I've been bad at updating this. We added this whole new thing at the bottom and haven't been doing it.
No, yeah. So,
I mean, I guess if you're the big value pile and your
well,
opponent has
you
draw
know
7,
your opponent has a force for your stock up.
Yeah.
You're just locked.
Yeah.
Right? Like I guess so. Yeah.
I think there's just no way.
You're gonna see it in 14 cards. Let's go to the next game. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty heads-up play, you know, by somebody who's played Magic for a while, where it's like, look, like,
Yeah.
we could play another 5 turns of this,
Yeah.
and then I lose, or I can just concede now and lose now. So, we don't have to do the whole song and dance of like, oh, what if I draw perfect
Yeah.
in my deck with no Solitudes? Like, yeah, like how does he kill? Can he kill Grizzlebrand? I don't think so. I think that's it.
No.
So yeah, starting Surgical, pretty sweet, because yeah, if he snags Solitude, he can't kill Atraxan, he can't kill Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
So if any of those permanents enter play,
I still think the Galvanic Discharge is very greedy to
yes.
keep on Mark's
Oh,
side.
yes. Surely the plan of discharge your guy for 7
Orange
is wrong,
Chant would have
right?
worked there.
Yes. Yes, it would have.
Can't cast any more spells after you cast that Goryos.
Yeah. So you can draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
But then you gotta go discard.
Yeah.
So he gets to like lose 14 life and shave a perfect 7.
Yeah.
But then he loses Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
All
right? It's still bad,
Yeah.
but certainly not as bad as losing the game on the
Yeah.
and having Grizzle Brandon play. Like, yeah. All right, everyone's surveilling. It's the most popular thing to
Some
do
are
in
better
Modern.
than others.
Yeah, some surveils a little stronger than others. Look, that's almost scary for me because I mean we saw it happen in game 2 with Surgical. Like I get that if you're itching for a land or something, like you have to bin it, but it's also like, oh man, like if my Soldiers gets fucking Surgical again, like we're toast.
Yeah. Well, Solitude was good enough for the bin, but not the top card on Mark's deck, and then it goes back to Jamie. Flahy? Nope, Frog.
Froggy good. Good. Maybe we'll see the fabled turn 3 win here. Land, Bossy's Self, Grizzlebrand in the bin,
Yeah.
reanimate.
You don't even have to talk to yourself anymore. You just discard the Frog.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just untap, discard the Frog, reanimate, draw your cards,
Yeah.
kill your opponent.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed we get to see that shit. 'Cause that's awesome.
Renin 6 is too slow.
Right.
Yeah, that's something the Frog can beat up for a card, that's for sure.
The fact that it draws off Planeswalkers, oh
I've had my
man.
opponents multiple times read my Psychic Frog after I hit a Planeswalker and drew a card. They're like, what? Doesn't it just work on players? Like, nah, man.
Yeah. Don't you have to make like a choice?
Yeah.
No. I win either way, so I'll just pick the one that wins hard.
Yeah, Renin 6 is now Frog's punching bag.
Yeah. Yum yum yum.
Yeah. You draw a card, I draw a card.
Yeah. Everyone draw a card. Oh.
Oh, come on now.
The coward's way out.
Yeah.
Where's that again, dude? I guess I'll just frog you.
Well, no Goryos nut draw from Jamie then.
Dang. The nut draw is so sweet.
I am going to roll for my hero. Trade hands with
Yeah, so watching the death of 1,000 cuts here now, with just frogging in every turn. Surveil it.
Letting his opponent cut. Says, nah, you got this, bud.
Yeah, whatever.
If you wanted to cheat, you're looking at the top card anyway.
Orm's Chant upkeep.
Oh, man.
Upkeep, kick chant. I'd like to skip your turn. Draw pass.
So he reprieved his whole turn.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, Arms Chant, underrated card, I think.
I think it's the most awkward piece of disruption that has ever been printed since Plane Shift. Like, even back then, when damage was on the stack, it was hard to evaluate how good that card was.
Yes.
But then Isochron Scepter got printed in Mirrodin, and like everyone went wild.
Yes.
Like,
But even as like a card by itself, like it's, if you can time it right, it's a time walk.
like if you told me
You know?
20 years later that Isochron Scepter wouldn't see play and Orm's Chant would still see play, I would think you were crazy.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
like Isochron Scepter was so huge. Like, put a Helix on it. Put a
Put the eggs up. Put counterspell.
Put a chant. Put a counterspell. Yeah, like
Yeah.
put a memory lapse on it. Like,
Yes.
oh my god,
The
right?
hard lock
Yeah.
of just like whatever you play, it's going back on top.
Put like the
so-
chittering rats back
Yes.
on top. Like, oh my
Yes.
god.
Right?
Like-
so hype.
And yeah, it's such a weird format that we've entered now, and it's just like, it's just interesting to see. But yeah, Orm's Chant, I think underrated in this metagame. Absolutely.
Totally.
Yeah.
Card is crazy good. Right, and I mean, like, especially for like slower control decks where it's like I just need one more turn, right, to like get to the mana I need to like turn the corner.
Yeah.
Being like 2 mana, skip your turn, like very good.
This is actually the best spot for Psychic Frog. Both players have full grips, and there's a Psychic Frog with both people 4 mana. No one can do anything.
No.
It is a blink. It is a staring contest to the death when it comes to this Psychic Frog.
Right, and it's so funny because it's a 1/2.
Yes.
So it's just like 1 damage every turn, not that bad, but like 2 cards for the opponent. Like,
and he's just letting it happen. Jamie's just letting this happen. Sure, play it. I'll discard 2 cards. As long as I don't tap out, it don't matter.
yes. Yeah, you had to spend mana to deal with this, so now I get to laugh.
I think we're still misinterpreting what Endurance does. Those cards should be shuffled randomly to the bottom of the library and not the exile pile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here comes Solitude.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, not even using Solitude to exile Endurance?
Yeah.
He's discarding it to the Frog.
Yeah.
There goes Consign, there goes Goryos.
Hey, this is the type of play I want to see out of my
Here
Psychic
it
Frog
is,
players,
yeah.
okay? This don't matter.
Put the counters on the Frog, for God's sake.
Yeah. This don't matter. What I have in my hand matters.
Yes.
And the other spells in your hand do not matter.
Discharge. So in response to the 3rd counter, I guess, he's got to discard 1 more card. Or counterspell, either or Indulgence.
How many different CMCs are in the yarn?
He must have discarded those cards intentionally. Yeah, 'cause he was Solitude, Goryos Vengeance, something else.
Yeah.
So I assume he did that strategically because he had Tainted Indulgence and then just draw 2. But
Yeah, it didn't. That doesn't.
But
look
then he
like
discarded Island or
Flooded
Strand,
Strand,
so I guess not.
Yeah. So now there's a decision point. It looks like this Galvanic Discharge is going to get sneaky. There you go.
Really, on the discard Surgical?
Yeah. Save the Frog.
Again?
I would.
He's
Save
going
the
all
Frog.
in.
He's got it. Save the Frog. Yeah. So the last 2 cards in
just
Jamie's
threw
hand.
his whole hand away.
Yeah, the best 2 cards in Jamie's hand is insanely effective. So I think.
Yeah, 2 cards left.
Oh, where's Allie? Because this fetch is going to crack and those cards should be in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go over and talk to him. Oh. Sorry, just a second, gents. The Endurance, did you guys resolve the ETB?
Yes, we did.
Did you target him?
I did. My opponent exiled their own graveyard.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All good.
Exiled?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like the Psychic Frog player just exiled the cards. So he just
just
exiled them.
exiled cards.
Oh,
instead.
okay. He exiled them instead? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't think that would be a line you would take, especially with an Ephemerate, but sure. Yeah.
Why not?
It definitely did not look that way.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the struggles when you're,
Yeah.
just trying to like.
I also
interpret
didn't
what
realize
they're
there was
doing.
3 that he could exile. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was only 2 for a while, but
Yeah.
No, it's all good. So it seems like the players have everything in the correct board state. We were just wrong, but that's all right.
Classic caster move, really.
Caster move, but hey, at least we all know.
Yeah. All right.
Well, stock up is stocking up.
Yeah, stalked. Usually that you want to play a second frog, huh? Didn't just discard it to the first frog. That's
Yeah, this
interesting.
is
Oh,
all right. Yeah.
Skip your turn. Stop.
Do not draw 2.
Yeah. Do not draw 2. Do not
not-
pass go.
Yeah. Yeah. If Mark was keen enough to play a Rat Disguise in this list right now, it would be huge.
If he somehow left it in for the old 4 mana,
Yeah.
killed both your frogs,
Yeah. It wouldn't even
you're-
be 4 mana because of the 3 stored energy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, just 2
Just
mana. Pretty good deal. Ooh.
This is a good way to ensure that that card of that type resolves.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, the funny part is that if this did resolve, you can just tick up. and then do it on Jamie's turn.
I would bounce the big frog.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I would only bounce big frog just because you're going to lose the Teferi one way or the other, and you at least gain tempo and time this way, and you draw a card.
Yeah. It resolves, I guess.
I would bounce big frog, and I wouldn't think twice.
This one?
Yeah.
Yarp. Bye-bye. Well, all 5 of those cards, gonzo, I guess.
Yeah. And now he will attack, and he will draw an extra card, but the board state is essentially clean of threats, right?
Yeah.
Like.
And now we're back down to just a single 1/2 frog.
Yeah.
Just
Against the
and
world.
drawing,
We're in the exact same situation we were 3 turns ago. Yeah. Where they're just staring each other
After
down.
all of that, all those cards discarded and responding, and now we're back to this.
Yeah.
Oh, Psychic Frog. Oh, discard Frog to Atraxa. Or discard Atraxa to Frog. Whoops.
Sorry, yeah.
And pick this up. Count. Oh, Endurance. Another one. All right, now he's got a bunch of cards. Does he want to? No, he's going to let them all go back in. Not going to do any
I would have
frog
exiled the
tricks.
few fetches.
Yeah.
And something.
Get rid of some of the dead cards that you don't
but-
want to draw again.
But if he wants to say like fetch for a hedge maze, I guess that's also understandable. But
Yeah. Hit Teferi. Leyline Binding.
oh no, he can't respond.
No. All right, second frog. I mean, this
This is why you attack
the-
first.
Yeah.
This is why you attack first.
Yeah, so that you know that this is happening.
Yeah. Oh no.
I mean, this really is also like a lot of people's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, they get to untap the Planeswalker, they remove your threat.
Yeah.
And now it just feels like, yeah, the vice is getting like just a little tighter every turn. Flage, kill Froggy. Shoot Froggy. Oof.
This is
I was
wild.
ready to be like, actually, looks like 4C's fucking toast. Goryos is cracked, but now we flip-flop the other way.
Yeah.
Turns out 4C is cracked and Goryos is toast. Yeah, check it out.
Wait, are you 7 and each time you play a modifier?
I think at this point it just don't matter.
Yeah, escape Flage.
I know, that's why I was trying to take this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take out everything that could be surgical. Like, I wouldn't even think about this. Yeah, for sure. Be like, play around surgical, let's keep going.
Yeah. You know, I'm glad they printed Flage for all these, you know, slow, like, control decks, because now they can actually end the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, I mean...
Okay, hot take. Flage is better than Uro.
That is a hot take. I don't know if that's true.
I think Flage is better
Uro
than
has
Uro.
the text, draw a card on it.
Yeah, but the card may not matter.
It's a card. It
I
can
know.
be anything.
I know.
It can be a Flage.
I think Flage is better than Uro.
Uro can draw you your Flages in your 4-color control deck.
Flage is just like you lost.
Yeah.
If there was an Arena of Glory, didn't Jamie just lose this turn? Yeah, he's at 12. He would have died.
I guess.
It's just okay. Arena of Glory and Flage is better than Uro.
Yeah. Yeah. Arena Glory, I mean, yeah, both those cards coming out in the same set makes Flage look way better than if it was like first Flage and then like a year later you got Arena.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, just naked Flage, certainly very good. Uro's like really crap.
I think Uro is unplayable.
I mean, it's ramping you, it's gaining life,
I
it's
honestly
drawing cards.
think if Mark had the option today, I think he's still playing copies of Flage.
Really?
I hope.
Damn. Maybe. I'd certainly love to test both.
Oh yeah.
I would love to find out where
Uro coming
falls.
off next ban announcement. That's what I
Sure.
think. I think so. I think the format can handle it now more than before.
Yeah. Yeah, they can handle 3 mana growth spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah, shocking those lands. Your life total's meaningless.
I blame Oko. I don't blame Uro. Uncle Oko did it, not Uncle Uro.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, well, we've seen this before.
Double helix you.
Game.
Again.
Mark is potentially in the top 8.
4C. Back. Better than ever. 4C with Flage. Main deck Norn.
This has been crazy. Last 6 rounds have been crazy.
I mean, this is why I like casting these local tournaments, because
Yeah.
they don't look anything like NTGO.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, you look at the top 16 of, like, a modern challenge.
Yeah.
Most of these decks aren't even listed, right?
We had 2 Zoo mirror matches.
Yeah.
And one guy unfortunately losing both of them.
Yeah.
This has been wild.
This has been a lot of fun. This has been a lot of fun.
Now we got the top 8.
Top 8 time.